Hello, everybody, and welcome to what will probably be one of the quickest plan with me's. Sorry if you just heard my microphone squeak. One of the quickest plan with me's that I'm probably going to do only because I am going to a concert tonight. I am so excited. Okay, so things that I did do my Sunday cleaning. I did tidy up around the house. There's this book that I wanted to finish in May and I didn't finish it. And I wanted to update my book journal, but I haven't had time to do that. But we'll see if I can make some time to do that this week. We'll see how this goes. Just a quick note, if you do need captions, if you would please turn on the closed captioning. I have uploaded a transcript, so the captioning should be much, much better. I'm very excited about it. I think that the software that I'm using is going to actually work and be very functional. So I'm very stoked about this. So shopping, Kotlin, and I'm just filling in today's daily. I did a lot of work stuff this week. I didn't get a lot of personal tasks done, which I'm a little bummed about, but it is what it is. And I'm going to do a little YouTube. Oh, that's upside down. Plan with me. And I did my cleaning. Fun thing I'm using this week is I needed some more pens. I ran out of refills for all of my Uniball and zebra pens. And then I ordered some, then I ordered the wrong ones. Don't ask me how. Kim finally set me straight and I got the right ones on order, but I needed some pen right now. So I got these Sharpie Estrels. I wasn't going to get these, but these were in the prettiest little green color. And I'm actually kind of enjoying the messiness of using a 0.7 gel pen. Like, what? It's been quite satisfying. So this is going to be my plan of me here. I'm at B6 today, and I'm going to Aberlin tonight. So hence why I need to kind of do this, but I needed to also do my tidying for this week. So I worked most of today because I took an extra long weekend last weekend. I took an early Friday and was off Monday and didn't work it all over the weekend, which was fabulous. But then I needed to get caught up on some stuff this week. And yesterday I ended up having an impromptu lake day, which was fantastic. No regrets on that. But I need to plan for this week, especially because I'm going to be out late tonight and then we'll need to kind of hit the ground running tomorrow. So I'm going to use my tried and true little Planner Wiki Co. very neutral coffee washi. This washi is very soothing to my brain because it's very minimal and I enjoyed it. And as always, I always have my little dailies preset up. This is my current just B6 bullet journal. That's crooked. I am going to be going back into rings at some point. I have been brainstorming all how I want to set up my rings. And really what's coming down to is I just need to sit and make the inserts the way that I want them to be. Because I can't really find what I want. And hence I need to make them. Which is totally fine. I'm 100% fine doing that. I just have not had as much time for personal things the last few weeks out. And any of the personal things I have been doing have been more traveling, adventures, day trips, things like that. And so there's been less time for journaling. And to be quite honest, I haven't even touched my Hobonichi cousin hardly for my journaling in probably a couple weeks. I have some stuff filled out in it, but I haven't really touched it since the middle of May, and today is June 2nd. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, that's my life extension test. I have to do that on Thursday, so I might need to make myself a little note for the day before to remind myself that, hey, you got to do your saliva test on Thursday. When you do an adrenal saliva test, there's rules. Whenever you do comprehensive hormone testing, you got to minimize your caffeine intake. You have to be a certain amount of hydrated at a minimum. And you have to not exercise 24 hours prior to the test, no intense exercise. You can go on a walk or something. And you could do yoga or something, but you could not, I can't do one of my normal lifting days. So I'm gonna have to make some adjustments to my treating this week, which is fine. Totally fine. But I am very much excited to get back into my rings, you guys. I am enjoying this B6 journal, but I think this is going to be my last bound book for planning for a while. I think I will always use a bound book for like long form journaling, and I'm gonna be in and out of my cousin. I'm not gonna worry about like back journaling in my cousin, to be quite honest, because that's not really a priority for me. And the thing I am keeping up and that matters more to me is my 5-year A6 from Hobonichi. Like as long as this is filled in, everything else is extra. And I used to get really stressed about the blank pages, but I realized that the blank pages tell as much of a story as the filled in pages do. Like and I think that that's kind of a nice place to be in my mindset when it comes to my journaling. Tomorrow is the 3rd. These are my date dots stickers from Dixie's Plans. Cute. I need to set up my weeklies, y'all. But I want to get this done so I don't have to waste time tomorrow doing it because I need to hit the ground running in the morning because I have 2 meetings in the morning and I want to get a little bit of work done before my 2 meetings. I'm just getting really in a groove with work. But I've been in a bit of a funk for several months. Wonder why? Well, probably because my dad died back in October. And that will like fuck you up, for lack of a better phrase. I've been a little depressy since then, I think understandably so. And I just haven't felt good or creative about any of the work. And I've kind of been pushing myself lately to just be like, listen, you can't just wait for things to feel good before you get your shit together. And that might sound a little bit harsh, but like my mental health can't be the thing that keeps me from getting work done because I am fully self employed. Like if I don't do the things on a day to day basis to support my clients and keep my business running, I don't have a business and I got to go get one of them JOBs, which don't really want to ever do again. So I really like being my own boss. I really love owning my own business. I love the autonomy and the flexibility and the challenge of it. But I've very much been doing like the bare minimum for several months. And I think that that's okay. Like I was doing enough to keep things stable, but there was a lack of creativity, a lack of ideas. Part of the joy of being a small business owner in the capacity that I am is that I get to have a lot of choice and creativity and making sure that I get to still work on things that make me feel good from a creative perspective. And I didn't have a lot of that. And so about a month or 2 ago, I kind of was just like, man, I'm so sick of just being in this slump. So I just started kind of pushing myself. I'm like, I'm going to start doing more things, even if it doesn't feel good, and stop stressing about it feeling good and just get it done. And I was like, and eventually this will pass. Eventually this will stop feeling so grindy. And that's exactly what happened. I ended up, this is kind of the first week where I started feeling good about it. A couple things that I did is one, I got a new assistant and she's been really amazing. She's been such an asset. And so now that we've gotten some of our bigger projects sort of underway, I can see very clearly now the road forward of my brain now has a little bit more space to think and it's not so bogged down by all of these things that are just living on the to-do list indefinitely. They're actually now getting done, which is great. I started doing music lessons again, a very small scale. I've got like 3 students. Like it's nothing. It's like a couple hours a week, if that, and it's not even every single week. It's like 2 to 3 weeks out of the month. And so it's very, very low key. And it's in the evening after my regular workday finishes. And that really just fills I love my students. I had a few that wanted to come back. So I told the families, I'm like, that was incorrect. I was like, I can't promise weekly lessons. I can do 2 weeks a month, maybe 3, depending on the month. And if you're okay with that. And I just set up like a calendar and I said, here's my availability, book in what's available. If it's not on the calendar, it's not available. And that's been working for the last month. And I think it's going to work through the summer. And so just depending on how that goes, I'm going to keep that in the mix. And then I started actually reading a little bit more. I wasn't even reading for a little while. I was just like not wanting to do anything that I usually love doing. And that's like depression. I wouldn't go hostage with that. And I started doing things that I enjoy a little bit more. And I started to kind of come out of the funk. And this is the first week where I finally felt like the creative side of my job didn't feel like such a slog. Like it felt good. It felt like it flowed. It felt like I was doing something again that I was passionate about instead of just going through the motions. And so I'm really hanging on to that. And I'm going to just continue to try to nurture that. But one of those things being is that my personal time of what I would maybe normally do is right now Zach is on summer break. I'm gonna have some travels and trips coming up. So my personal time that I would normally use for some of my other hobbies is a little more limited in how I'm choosing to use my time. And so that means that some things I just haven't had time to get through and like, for example, like reset up all of my inserts so I all want them set up for my rings. I know how I want them set up. I just haven't prioritized the time to do it. And I just set this book up instead is kind of I have an immediate need for something that's going to fit my needs better at the moment. I don't have time to create and cut and test inserts. So I have this book set up through July and I'm not going to put a ton of pressure on myself to be in my rings in the next week or two or even three. I'm going to just start playing with things probably in the next week or so and then see how it goes. But that's probably going to be my last found book for planning for a while. And same thing with like how I talked about like with my cousin, like I'm not really worried about the blank pages of my cousin. Like I'll get back into that style of journaling when it feels good again. And I'm not going to worry about the blank pages because the blank pages tell as much of a story as the filled ones do. And I think that that's important to remember. That's Sunday. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to just finish adding in a few odds and ends here. Tuesday asks, we have personal. Tuesday is a check-in day. This is a case study day. Those are the things that are like always referring. It's personal. And I did not get a lot of my personal to-do list done this last week. And just again, due to the fact that I had more time off this last couple weeks and I just had to dedicate more time to doing work, personal like extension tomorrow. Oh, ew, that's okay. It's all okay. Thursday tasks. At station visit, put that there. Extensions. Okay. Saturday, I'm going to go. I have no idea what's actually going to be happening on Saturday, so I don't always write in my tasks list yet here. I'm going to leave those blank for the time being. I may or may not end up working on the weekend again. I'm just, if I'm feeling like I need that extra time, I'll give myself permission to take that extra time. Okay. Let's look at this weekly. Okay. I did DoorDash yesterday, and today I did go to Apricot. So I need to figure out where DoorDash where it was. I ordered some cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory. Whenever I do that, I always order like more, like if that makes sense. Like I always order more than what I am actually gonna need, only because it's not worth it to me to just do a single item order. Like, so I got 2 pieces of cheesecake instead of one, and a couple other things, so it was actually like worth placing an order. Otherwise, it's dumb to pay like such a big amount for like one little piece of something. You know what I mean? Like that's just not worth it to me. See, I didn't do like any journaling this week, and I need to catch up on my ASICs. I did do it Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I need to figure out the rest of the week. I slept on my vitamins this week. I did dust, did the floors. I did wash my clothes. I still need to clean the bathroom, and I still need to fold clothes this week. That's okay. See, I didn't get a lot of stuff done here, and that's a problem for future me. But this has been actually working out really nicely. This, week on 4 pages where I use this to sort of pre-plan the day before. This is sort of like what I want the day to look like. And then my daily timelines is what the day actually ends up looking like. And I don't always time block for the weekends, but it really doesn't matter. I'm still going to give myself the space to do that if I need to. So I need to add this to rings. I need to add this to rings. But again, and this was like 190. I bought some shorts because I've lost some weight and I need like a couple pair of shorts that are like a size smaller than what my current ones are. So that's what we did today. I went to the boutique that I like to go to. So let's look at my weekly. So I just write this timeline in about the hours that I'm going to need to fill in for the whole day. 9, 10. I sometimes I'll go to 11 p.m., but I'm usually like not doing anything at that point in time except for just like vegging out and get ready for bed or I'm already asleep. 6, 9, 10. I'm not going to worry about the weekend timeline unless I need to make a weekend timeline. And some of my appointments, I need to change one of my appointments for Monday before I write it in here. But I need to write in what my appointments currently are so that I can sort of map out the rest of the day. Kind of annoying because I'm supposed to be going to the chiropractor tomorrow, but they're closed Thursday and Friday this week. I cannot go on Tuesdays. I need to reschedule, but the app is not letting me reschedule my 7:30 appointment. And that's just not, I'm not going to make it by 7:30. I was going to go like at my lunch break. Like, I guess, well, I'll just have to text them the first thing in the morning. Just because going first thing in the morning, that's like prime work hours for me. So I need it to not be first thing in the morning. So I need to write a note to myself first thing in the morning to reschedule Kyra. So I'm going to have an appointment on Monday and a Wednesday, but for some reason the app normally lets me reschedule it like the day of even, but for some reason, every time I go in and I open the app, it doesn't want to let me reschedule, which is quite annoying. Yeah, it's not letting me reschedule. So I'm going to text them in the morning and be like, just let them know, like, hey, I tried to go into the app to rebook over the weekend and it wouldn't let me book a different time today. So let me know what the heck is that going on there. And if this doctor wasn't so good, I wouldn't make the drive. And I know it's not going to be for everything, but I just really hate having to like run around town places. That really eats into my productivity for the day because the fewer transitions that I have, the better. So I'm not going to worry about putting in my chiropractor appointment tomorrow because I want to move it. But I do have 8:30, 9:30 meeting with Jackie. Oops, to 9:30. My FCA meeting. Office out. A call with Denise. Potential new client. And then I have most of the evening open, which is great. This is probably when I'll work out. Which I love that for me. Unless I end up booking my chiropractor here, then I might go to chiropractor, then the gym, and then I will have my afternoon and then finish the day out and work till like 7 or 8. Sometimes I will do that. I have I'm not going to go to that mastermind call. I did put it in my calendar. My Google Calendar, but I wrote it down. Usually my Google Calendar is like the source of all truth, and that is not the case lately. So that's the only thing I have on Tuesday, which is fine because I have check-ins on Tuesday. Wednesday, again, I'm supposed to have a chiropractor appointment at 7:30. I got to move those later in the day. I have a tour at a new co-working place because my co-working spot is closing Wednesday 1-1. I've got a lesson. And then we have friends coming over for dinner. Woo! And then Thursday, I've got, I'm going to have some weirdly late nights this week only because the days that I have random appointments like this, I either end up having to work really early in the morning and or really late at night in order to get everything done because everything lands in the middle of the day. And again, like I said, I don't do well with transitions. But some of the evenings, like Wednesday evening, I could have moved my chiropractor appointment to Wednesday evening, but we've got plans. So I'm going to have to either keep that morning appointment. I'll put it in for now because that's where it's at. But like, where else am I going to put it? Like, I don't know. I could work this morning and then do my appointment here, but it's like an hour long adventure. It's like driving there, the appointment, and then driving back is an hour. So it blocks out an hour long of my day. Plus then that's packing up my stuff, getting my stuff together, putting my stuff in my backpack, like getting where I'm going and then transitioning back into work mode. So really it ends up taking me an hour and a half when we account for all of that time, that transition time. And that's what I'm trying to avoid is reducing transition time and during windows where I need it to exist. So For example, tomorrow, I'm gonna be out late tonight, so I'm probably not gonna wake up until 7. Wake up and, um, I like to wake up and in the morning is when I'll, like, sit on the couch and have a cup of coffee and, like, just respond to messages on Instagram, which sounds really strange, but that's the best time for me to kind of interact with my community because I can, like, start all those conversations with people or, like, reply to things, and then it does it, eating chaos today. Okay, so I liked how this week was set up. I did use this weekly inbox surprisingly because I made a note to myself to check the inbox. So we're just gonna keep on with the same sort of structure that we had last week. Any money, Tombo. So we had cleaning. Yeah. Clothes. Old clothes. Bed. Floors. And dust. Oh, I wrote that off kilter. Okay. Wait. Just check those off. Then we're gonna have ending. And we're gonna have date. Note. And then about it. Where is my ruler? I would never use all of this space. If I did, it's a problem. But it just Biden's over here. Monday, Tuesday, like Sunday. Multi. What order? So I'm guessing adrenal multi-thyroid. Jeez. I need to get back on taking the vitamins. I think I need to make myself a note in my dailies. Digestive fish oil. And PM drops. Woo! And I'm not going to even bother with logging journaling this week. I am going to, however, NFN sessions. When did I migrate? This is me keeping track if I do any kind of in-person strength training with my strength coach. I keep track of those sessions. Work priority. And that's it. That's all we're going to do. Now, I need to also look up my monthly because here is May. Here's June. And I need to kind of migrate some of this. So it needs to get migrated. I already migrated this. That got done, that got done. That's been migrated. June travel. My passport. It's somewhere in my house, but I need to send it for my passport renewal. Did that. Mom share handles, mom shares. And then I need to get blankets back from her because she washed some stuff for me for my dog. It needs to be moved over for work. Okay. Done. I did that. Okay. Email sequences. I need to follow the punk stuff. I need to update the form. I need to reschedule that. I'm just gonna write BNI research and not rewrite all of this. I'm gonna go C May for that list. That did. Don't need to do that. Email. This is like so messy, and I don't even care this week. Did that. I'll just leave magnet the calls. I'm gonna start offering calls at the end of a lot of my like audits. Did that. I assigned that. I don't even know what this is for, so I'm gonna circle that. Did that. Okay. Research track. This is pretty much everything I think I need to know of for right now. So this is just like events and important dates, and then my like things that need to get done this month or should get done this month. So things I'm gonna just highlight because I might need to come back to them, and I don't know what they're for. And I'll eventually do like another sweep here. Just trying to think. I did this. Fit. It's gonna be fit. Should do actually this here this week. Somewhere in there. That may be what I work on this weekend. Finally getting back into groove with marketing and like tripling down on everything. Okay, this was this week. Did that, did that, did that, did that. So each week I kind of can write in like a priority block of like what I need to make sure I make time for. Okay, that's updated as of today. I think that's pretty much it. Okay, got that done. It's Tuesday. It's Wednesday. Ooh, Tony. I think we did it, friends. This video may or may not go out at the beginning of the week. Who knows? I have to go get ready for a concert. But I think we got it done just in time. All right, that is it, my friends. Have a wonderful day. I hope you had a great weekend, and I'll catch you on the next one.